Hi everyone, it's Kelsey here with a video. I am here to talk about a very serious thing that's going on. And actually it was a documentary that I watched. I watched the movie Bully. The saddest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. As you guys know, I have been bullied before, and my brother has been bullied before. I don't think you guys knew that, but my brother was bullied as well on the bus, and they would throw his stuff out the window. They would kick him and beat him and call him stupid. And one day I was fed up with it, so I actually took it in my own hands because I am an older brother. I am the older sister. And I punched the guy in the nose. And he never picked on my brother ever again. But I, of course, had consequences for my actions. I handled it very wrong. But this story, my story, and especially how the school handled it was horrible. Just like what's been happening around the world. I watched Bully, and all I could think about was that day. I'm like crying. Because my brother was bullied for a while, and we would tell our parents, or I would tell my mom and dad that Michael was getting bullied on the way to school, because I would sit with him on the bus, because I was scared that he was gonna get really hurt. And I cared about my brother at that time. And I know he needed me as a big sister. I'm sorry. Bullying is actually what I want to change in the world. I don't think anyone should be bullied for what they look like, what they look like, what they talk like, if they don't have enough money so they wear almost the same clothes every day. Anything. They shouldn't be bullied for anything. And that's the world that we live in now. And it's really sad. I mean, there are hundreds of kids that take their lives because they can't handle bullying anymore. And it's just really sad. I really hope that if a bully is watching this right now, maybe he may not think he's a bully, but when you're calling someone a name or calling them, beating on them, shoving them into lockers, I don't think anyone shoves someone into a locker anymore, or, pushes them against a locker, calls them names like faggot, or stupid, or retarded, or, it could be even a handicapped person that you're making fun of. Not just a normal kid, because some of them are normal, but like a handicapped kid that has to use a wheelchair because, that's her medical condition, or, just anything. Just any kind of disability that they have, maybe a facial feature that's too big. Like, I know a lot of the people at my school would like, if someone had a big nose, they'd call them, like, an animal name or something, and it was just horrible. I actually remember this one kid on our school bus after my brother was not picked on anymore, or before he was picked on. There was actually another kid named Michael. And his name was Michael Butterfield. He was a really sweet kid. I actually was kind of friends with him on the bus. And he took his own life because of bullying. And I remember they would pick on him, kick him, everything. I would tell the bus driver that something was happening, and she'd tell me, just go back to your seat. And I actually, when I got to school, I called the principal, and they didn't do anything. So I hugged Michael, and I said, be strong. And then the one day, he hadn't shown up for school for 2 days. He hadn't gotten on the bus. And, I wondered where he was. I didn't have his number or anything. I always talked to him before he went to, because he was in, I think he was in, 5th grade, and I was in, 8th grade or something. Or 7th grade, I think. So, I would walk him to his wing, make sure that he's okay, and then I would go to my class. And what would happen? And, I mean, I told them to look at the videos because you could tell that something happened. And he looked at it and they told them to stop. That's all they did. And they never did anything else. And, yeah, he didn't show up for a couple of days. And then we had a school assembly, and they told everyone that he had killed himself. I can't remember how he did it, because I never really listened. All I heard was his name and suicide, and I cried so much. I remember sitting in math class, and I just bawled my eyes out. So, I need to calm down. But I mean, even me, I was bullied and called fat and huge and, simple stuff. It would never, escalate to me getting bullied really, really badly. But I mean, for someone else, they may be having a hard time, with life. Their parents could be abusing them, and they don't know it. And you don't know it. Even their dad or mom could be sexually abusing them and getting away with it, and you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know because you don't know them. So I want all of my viewers to understand this. And this happens all the time. It doesn't just happen in high school or college. I mean, it happens in college, probably. I've never seen it around my school, but I'm sure it happens in college, and, it could happen at your local Walmart. Some kid sees some kid from the school and starts beating up on them because they don't have their mom or dad to protect them, or their mom and dad had their back turned for a little bit. Or they could go and get something for their mom and dad. You never know where this could happen. And I want all of my viewers to pick them up when they're down. Just share this video with everyone that you see. Because I feel like this video, or any kind of bullying tribute video, should be passed around. Especially watch the bully documentary. Watch the bully documentary. It is so... It's so breathtaking and so inspiring, you know, because you don't know what their life is like. You really don't. And when you bully that person and that's their only escape from life is school, it makes them feel like they don't belong anywhere. And of course that leads to the suicide. I know I haven't been bullied as badly as a lot of people, but I was only called fat and huge because I was chubby and I was the biggest girl in our class. You know, I was always tall for my age. I was always fat ever since I was in 3rd grade. Like, I was a little bit chubbier than everyone else. And I never let them bother me. I always ignored them and said that, you know, whatever, who cares? You know, I won't let them bother me. And, you know, and of course it stopped when we started high school. Everything, none of the bullying started again. Nothing. Because I made friends, and those friends, they were there for me. And of course, like, probably if I had a bully, then they would, like, be like, hey, leave her alone. You know, and this is what you gotta do. You know, a lot of people are scared to stand up to a bully who is bullying a kid because you're afraid that they'll bully you next. Who cares? You know, if you have a pretty good life, like, I've had a pretty good life. You know, my mom has always been there for me. My dad's always been there for me. And, you know, they don't mind. But yeah, I've had my mom in the hospital so many times because no one cares to, like, know that, you know, they need to get a cure for this. But, you know, if you're having a good life like me and there's no bullying around, do something. You know, it could be your friend, it could be your neighbor, it could be anyone. As long as you know that they're being bullied, you need to stop it. You know? Because if you stand up even if you stand up once, that bully will probably stop. Because, of course, a lot of bullies are all talk. And, you know, it's sad to say, but it's true. Or it's good to say that. I'm sorry. It's good to say that bullies are all talk. If you stand up to them and, of course, you know, give them a little shove or, you know, just talk them down. Not shove. I don't condone violence I don't condone violence unless they hit you first. Because that's just wrong if you're going to hit a bully. Because then you're a bully yourself. But yeah, I definitely, I don't condone violence for all you parents out there or whatever, you know. I don't condone violence. My video with my situation, I couldn't take it. I didn't want my brother being bullied, so I took it into my own hands because no one was taking it into theirs. So I had to do something while they were doing it. And that made them stop. But, you know, sometimes just saying, hey, quit it. You know, leave him alone. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. I'm going to tell your mom. Like, you know, just think of something to say back. Even if he's like, oh, well, your mama's so stupid and blah, blah, blah. Go back with it. Or just ignore it. You know, the best thing is sometimes to ignore the problem. Because ignoring the problem will make it go away. A lot of people don't know that. But all of you, if you encounter a bully, you should definitely ignore it. Because sometimes if you don't feed into it, like, you know, someone will push you down or knock your books out of your hand. And they'll say, pick it up, bitch. Or something like that, you know, like pick it up, you know. Don't pick it up. Walk off. Just walk off. Get them later. Make sure you, like, ask your friend to, you know, pick him up later for you or something, you know, like, something like that. And, or go straight to a teacher and say, can you help me go pick up my books because someone knocked them out of my hand once you get to your class. You know, something like that. That will definitely not feed into the what the bully is trying to do to you. Because I know it's going to be summer, and, you know, there's going to be new kids coming in, new old kids coming out, and maybe your bully is graduating this year, and you finally have freedom for your last year of school. Or maybe a new kid's coming in, and he's going to be the new bully of the school. But especially when you have a new kid in your school, you know, go up to them, say hi, be their friend, try to be their friend, you know, and, you know, see what you can do. Because just one person standing up to someone, to a bully, can change the entire rule of bullying. So that's what I leave you with today. I wanted to be serious because bullying, yes, is a really big issue. And, you know, rest in peace, Michael Butterfield. I know that you're with God, and He's taking care of you. And, you know, to all the kids that have gotten bullied over the years and have taken their lives, you know, rest in peace. You're free. Enjoy it. Of course, someone should have helped you, but no one did. And I say to you guys in school administration and school districts, the school administration people, like principals and everything, don't let this happen. If you see it, do something about it. You have more power than anyone else, even a kid. Especially if you work at the school. That you have so much power. Of course, students have to listen to teachers and administration. So make something of yourselves. Don't just say, oh, we'll take care of it, and don't take care of it. Actually do something and, you know, call that student's parents. Make sure that it never happens, you know. I don't know. But, you know, just do something. I mean, I don't know much about this stuff because I was never really bullied to an extent to where I wanted to kill myself. But, you know, there have been people that have been. And I feel really bad that I was bullied only for a little bit. And, you know, people will be bullied for years and years. So that's what I leave you with today. Be a good person. Stand up for the person who's being bullied. You know, that's what I leave you with. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.